When you see the accolades inside Dr. Diana Ponsky's office, like the fact that she's a double board certified physician, or that she's gained both regional and national recognition for her work in otolaryngology and plastic surgery, it's hard not to be impressed. But her bigger journey and the lessons she carries with her in all aspects of her work were shaped by her own family's experience as refugees fleeing post-war Vietnam. As we continue to highlight AAPI Heritage Month, we want to introduce you to Dr. Diana Ponsky and how she's now paying it forward.
Is it okay if I examine you?
For sure.
Unlike at some doctors' offices,
Let me make you more comfortable. Let me take this down.
it's never just in and out at Ponsky Facial Plastic Surgery.
At our last visit, it was, pretty much back to normal.
At her office in Beachwood, Dr. Diana Ponsky gets to know her patients, helping them feel more comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah, bridge is really nice and healed. Your skin is also doing very well.
For Dr. Ponsky, it really comes down to one thing:
I count myself lucky to be able to make people feel better about themselves.
helping and healing through connection.
Patients take you into their confidence. You're almost like a therapist, a mentor.
Dr. Ponsky credits volunteer work with Operation Smile early in her career with helping her see firsthand how medicine can change lives.
Even before I knew what path I wanted to go to within medicine, this was obviously very impactful to me.
But it wasn't the first time she saw the power of the kindness of strangers.
Through the generosity of a Catholic agency that we got to the U.S.
In 1979, Ponsky's family left their home in Vietnam for Indonesia, seeking refuge from the country's post-war instability.
I just remember playing with other kids and, in the refugee camp. I remember, we would make toys out of the cans, the canned food stuff that you would get.
After a year there, her family ultimately landed in New York. Ponsky learning to speak English from books and after-school specials.
My parents would tell me they escaped the country with nothing but the clothes on their back, basically. So I heard that a lot. Yeah, it's hard work will get you places.
Her parents, blue-collar workers with big dreams for their daughters.
Very similar probably to your upbringing. In the Asian culture, you are, kind of encouraged to go into the doctoring world, the dentist world, the lawyer, something professional.
Luckily, Ponsky fell in love with science, attending NYU on scholarship, then Georgetown, then off to Cleveland, where she's built a thriving practice.
So what I like to do is just feel the bone and the cartilage on the outside.
And connections with patients like Stephen Sioka.
It's kind of nerve-wracking being a guy going and saying hey, can you help me fix my nose, which just kind of carries its own sort of stigma.
But at Dr. Ponsky's office, he says he felt comfortable getting surgery to help his breathing and make some other changes too.
I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to feel like you're the best version of yourself. But just the care that she has, it's unbelievable. And she's definitely made me feel super comfortable being here.
It's that kind of care that Dr. Ponsky is hoping to pass down to the next generation. She now teaches and mentors medical students at Case Western Reserve University.
We're seeing women take on more of leadership roles. So not just as physicians, but as CEOs of the hospitals. Our vice president is an Asian American. It's been an amazingly positive growth in that direction. And for me personally, I love to see young girls get inspired to go into the math and science field because I think there's a lot of potential there.
Well, that drive to support other women hits close to home. Dr. Ponsky is also a mother to her daughters. She tells 3 News she's committed to her work as well with nonprofits like MedWish and Face to Face, which helps connect survivors of domestic violence with board-certified plastic surgeons. And we do have more information on her work at WKYC.com.
Oh my goodness. I just love the fact that although she has so many accolades, I'm sure she's so busy, mom of 3, she goes out and she mentors the next generation. Oh my gosh, hats off to you. You are one bad sister and I'm so proud of you, my goodness.
Yeah, she's amazing. And it's funny because there's this room, you would never know it upon entering her office. It's this little room that's kind of tucked away. It's not, in the lobby, it's not in a main space. And it's floor-to-ceiling accolades, awards, plaques.
Yeah.
But of course, and in speaking to her, you know, she's so humble, you would never know, because she's much more excited to talk about her patients and her work and the difference she can make for other young physicians. So it just speaks to the kind of woman she is.
I love that story, Isabel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love another AAPI story.
Yes.
Always grateful to share.
Yes.
All right. Well, moving